What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the show. After School with the Lawsons, we got two very good friends of mine and my wife's, and we have my wife back on here, guys. And but right now we have Miss Belinda and Kalley. I like to call them a power couple. So yeah, say hi to the. So if you want to talk, here's what you do. If you feel like you're wanting to talk to an audience, look at this camera, because there's so many in the room. So if you know the drill, but if you guys want to talk and you're like, I just want to talk to somebody. Look at your
but
man
don't feel
over
like
here.
when you're talking, like, I got to talk at the camera, like, you can talk to anybody.
We're like, reporting.
Yeah.
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 But if you
Like
do,
we're telling the weather. Or...
from Bowling Green.
we are live from Bowling Green. Now you guys know where we live, so hopefully we don't hear you come knocking on the door.
And the address is...
Well, there's about 5 different zip codes, so...
There is. Yes, that's true.
It
Well,
might
guys,
be a little hard to track down.
thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So what brings you over this way?
Well, we haven't seen you in so long.
I know, we've been super busy.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing about being with social media and like being influencers, I think, is the busyness of it.
Well, and having multiple kids,
Yeah, that's true.
their schedules and...
That's something that makes me nervous, having kids. It's like once you have kids, you're just tied down.
Yeah.
Like, not in a bad way, but you are.
Yeah.
Like, it's just demanding.
Well,
like a
especially when
job.
you have multiple kids at different stages of life. Like, we
That's
have the
true.
11-year-old, the 7-year-old, and then the 2-year-old. So it's very hectic and busy at times.
What do you think the hardest one was?
The hardest age.
Yeah.
Oh, right now. Layton's too, definitely.
Terrible taste.
Well, when Cadence was 2, I was 10 years younger. I was in my 20s, so it's like,
So you was ready
that's
for it.
I can
True.
handle
Bad
it.
weather.
But now I'm 33 going on 34, and I'm like, man,
Kalley?
I'm exhausted.
That's going to be Kalley.
I'll be a grandma mom. It's fine.
My
But you'd be
mom's
a
a
cool
grandma
mom.
Yeah, you're way cooler than my mom. Sorry. But you are.
I mean, I'm cooler than my mom, too.
Sorry.
But all kids are different. Like, Cadence was so, I feel like, easygoing, and Layton is
I get
just...
that from her now.
Like, Cadence is just or not Cadence, but Layton is just the opposite.
She's ready to go.
Yeah,
She's
the
hyped.
wild child.
Flip your mic up just a tad. There you go. Oh, yeah, perfect. Beautiful.
Is that better?
Yeah. And yours, too. Just a little. There you go.
But, I mean, you've seen it. Layton's the wild child.
Oh, yeah, by far.
She
definitely.
gets that from him.
All of my younger siblings are wild.
She just started banging her head on
All of them.
random stuff. Like,
Banging her head.
Yeah,
Yes,
she'll just, like, walk around
she,
and...
earlier today, she was just sitting there. She just walks up and starts banging her head on the floor.
Just thinks it's funny.
Or, and
yeah,
she'll
I guess.
smile. And I'm like,
She was banging her head on the window.
yeah. And he was like, we're going to have to get her a helmet. And I'm like,
I don't want one of those kids.
Oh
but if I have to have one,
Hey.
hey,
You need to get like the backpack.
I probably should have had a
leash.
helmet when I was
You know what I'm
younger.
talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, those are awful though.
Yeah.
Like I feel bad for those kids. They're running in place with their backpack on and they're just like, you're like, come on, like a dog.
If you're in a crowd, you need to keep up with your child.
yeah.
I mean,
Especially if
maybe
your
Ones
kid's
are like
super
the
wild.
bungee cord ones.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Like,
I
hooked
just
to your
thought of
belt.
something awful. I want to tell you. So we were watching Grey's. Oh. And in the episode of Grey's, they were talking about, well, there was a patient that came in and she was abducted. And she was abducted when she was like, what, 4? 6.
And
yeah.
she's now
and
an
she's
adult.
like a grown adult. And she didn't even know her name. Just whatever the abductor guy called her.
She goes,
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
it was.
This was on Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
And you don't remember the
No,
episode?
there's so many episodes. I
like,
don't
literally
remember.
There's
We're in, like,
almost 20
season 8
seasons.
right
Yes.
now, okay?
Well, the thing that's so sad about it is you got to keep up with your kids in public. She said that. It reminded me of that. This lady was just talking to someone that she knew, like her friend.
for 2 seconds.
No, it had to have been a minute for her to not even notice that her kid was gone. That's messed up.
I'm sorry, if I got to put my kid on a leash just to protect them from
My God,
someone
I'm doing
snatching
it.
them, I'll do it. I
yeah.
mean,
Side note, Cadence just walked in with a giant something on her face. And
I think she had a tissue in
Was
her
there a
mouth.
tooth? Maybe she pulled her tooth. Did
I
she
don't
have a
know.
loose tooth?
Oh,
She did
shoot.
this
I think she
with a
did.
She just
Ziploc.
walked over and was like, and then walked off as this big old white glob in her mouth. Oh, my God.
Losing
We'll let the
teeth.
tooth fairy know.
oh, Lord.
I never did get into Grey's Anatomy.
I've
I don't
never
know.
I've
watched it.
always been against it because I didn't want to be on the bandwagon. But it's actually really good. We were kind of running out of things to watch, and we were like,
What did we just finish?
There's 500
Sons of
seasons
Anarchy.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not blowing up or people shooting sideways, I ain't trying to have it.
I watched some of that, and it's not
Sons
all
of
right.
Anarchy, yeah, it's
I
good.
just don't like to watch something that's so short. Like if it's only
yeah,
a couple seasons, it's like
It's at least got to be 5
at
Yeah.
for me.
least.
And then they like leave you hanging, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, the show got canceled, and you're like,
The newest, what's that cowboy one?
Yellowstone.
So Yellowstone, but there's like a prequel,
a lot of people are into that.
like 1950 or 1970. Anyways, not the one with Tim McGraw.
But the
But the
other
other one, they started super good. And I don't even like love stories, but this is actually really good. And it's kind of, because it's like a mix between love and action and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then they just vanish. Like, you want to know what happens next, and then they stop
And
the
then it's
episode.
gone.
Stop the show.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like I think it was New
New
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam?
Yeah. So we started watching New Amsterdam first, and it's really good. But the very last episode, it's like
Yeah.
that's
What's
it.
New Amsterdam about?
It's also a medical
hospital
show.
Oh.
So we started with that, and then I watched The Resident a super long time ago, but I just kind of like stopped in the middle, and so we rewatched it, and we finished that.
I wish there was more of that one.
Yeah.
Too.
Did y'all
And
ever see The
6.
Following? With Joe Well, it's got Kevin Bacon in
It's
it.
only got 3 seasons though.
I know, but they're so
Oh man, it was
good.
so
It's about a cult.
good.
It's this guy named Joe Carroll, and he like creates this cult, and he's like this cult leader. And Kevin Bacon's the detective. Well, he's trying to like search this whole
Poor
time
Ted.
because
And it starts off right away.
Oh, man.
I mean,
It's good.
It's
When
really
it starts out like that, it's really easy to keep watching.
Yes,
it's like,
you know
bro,
it's gonna
they
be
just
good.
grabbed her,
Yeah.
and then they drove off, and then it's the rest is
Now,
history.
what's that one show that it only has 1 season right now just because it's new, but they decided to do a second season to where it's really weird to where they moved into that new mansion and then all of his neighbors are like watching him and
Oh,
it's on Netflix.
I saw,
and they get the letter in the mail.
It's like
Yeah.
Ghost something. It's supposed to be like a thriller or
or
something.
Watch or something.
The Watcher.
Watcher,
I think
yeah.
That's it. It's got
That
that,
was-
one lady in it.
It's
What is
very
her name?
mysterious and stuff like that. I love that, but
is
I was
good.
kind of upset that it
makes
only
me
had 1
nervous.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Things
it's
like
like
that make me nervous.
they keep getting this letter towards the end, and it's like you need to move, yada yada yada.
Yes.
But they're thinking it's their next door neighbors, but it's really not. And through the whole thing, you're trying to figure out who.
Yeah.
All I've seen is neighbors arguing for the preview.
But it's
Yes, that's
really
pretty much
good.
what it
Oh my
was.
gosh.
oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
forgot that
they
lady's
bought
name.
this mansion for like soup, like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking? Is it the lady that's like really funny?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
The bigger lady.
And she has like big lips, and she's like, you know what I'm talking about? That's what
She's
she
got
looks
she's got
like.
brown hair.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, her
Let's just-
next door
Y'all-
neighbor.
yeah,
Figure it
look
out.
at
Do you
it.
know what I'm talking about?
You're really not narrowing it down. A lady who has brown
You know,
hair.
brown hair.
I thought it was red, but I don't know.
Brownish red, but it's like medium length.
What movie is she in?
I don't even know who she
If
is.
it's not what I'm thinking about, then I'm thinking not.
I don't
thinking
know
about
who it is.
Yeah.
Let me see.
What's her name?
Well,
like
Which one is she?
Belinda says, "Yeah."
I mean, I don't recognize any of
There's
them.
No,
like 5
just
people
like-
pulled up.
show a picture. What's it called? The Watcher.
Yeah,
If that's even
like-
the name of the show, is that the right name?
Yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
looked it up on
that's
Netflix.
right.
The Watcher cast.
But anyways, they get a letter in the mail, and
Oh,
What's her name?
I
Jennifer.
really like hot dogs.
I haven't seen her
Oh,
say
like the
that.
4th of July, she's like, man, I really want a hot dog.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
from Legally Blonde.
She's like, grab my dog.
Oh yeah, she
she is in
works
it.
she
She's
works in
in the
the real estate office on that show.
Yeah.
That's why I said she looks like this.
Grab my
The
dog.
lady's friend
what
or
she
whatever.
looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah. I know who you're
What
talking
does she
about.
say?
So I'm taking the dog.
I'm
and
taking
like,
the dog.
Yeah.
calls him a name.
She
She
goes,
really
you
does
look like the
look
4th
like
of
that
July. It
girl.
makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Yeah. Look, I wasn't playing when I made the face. Look at her face.
Oh, I know.
For real.
And she keeps getting more work done. She's like, yeah, I know. Yeah.
She needs
I
a
think
reduction in her upper lip.
She adds it on, like, because people know her,
Yeah.
to look like that.
It is
Yeah,
funny.
that's funny.
She's funny.
But you guys need to watch that because weird things keep
Jennifer
happening in the
Coolidge.
house, and it
That's good.
it keeps you on your feet, like on your toes.
But Belinda
but,
said
like,
she don't want to
when's the
watch
other
it unless
season
there's a
coming?
bunch of episodes.
yeah,
And
there's
I think there's only one season.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
See,
gets
I don't want
mad.
to watch
And it's
it.
good.
That's gonna
It's
make
like-
me mad.
It's like one of those, like, it starts good and it ends good.
But you
then
get
you have
so
to, like,
mad because
wait.
there's only one
Well,
season. Yeah.
that's why I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get mad.
You'd rather wait till they have like 3 or 4 seasons.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Because that's the thing is, it like we go through season after season of Grays, but it's like there's another one.
Yeah.
There's another one.
It's almost
What's
like
gonna happen now?
You can just binge
Stranger
watch it.
Things,
Yeah.
Or like I got really into Manifest. It's like that.
Oh, the
that
plane.
that
Yeah.
disappeared.
Remember, you watched a
But
couple
you have to,
episodes.
Like, wait
Yeah.
like a
Right.
year or more for new seasons to come
Yeah.
out.
Have y'all seen the show You?
Yeah, I've watched that.
Oh, is that where that dude's obsessive?
Yes.
I gotta walk out of the room.
So
I don't think I did.
She's like,
She
you're
got
watching this
mad.
show again.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
oh.
When I'm like working from home, I've got to put something on in the background.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's just too much to like silence. And she'd be like, "You're watching shows without me." And
I'm like, what
"I
are you
promise-
watching?"
I
Yeah.
promise you don't want to watch this. Like, this is not up your alley. At
I
all.
love that show, though.
She
It's-
doesn't like those types of shows.
Oh, I love it.
Or
It's
movies.
funny because I actually never watch TV or movies or anything. And even still, when people are talking about things, I'm like, I don't even know what they're talking about. Because I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
I just never have. I don't know why. And obviously now, I mean,
'Cause of
I watch
Fortnite,
things-
baby.
Well, that's true. I'd rather play a video game or I'd rather just go hang out with my friend or something.
I'm
I don't
the
know.
same way.
So now that I'm with Kalley, I mean, we watch things. Now I feel like I have to watch something, especially when I'm eating. I told you that earlier. I don't want to just sit and eat in silence. I don't know. So now I'm into shows.
Yeah, like sometimes our apartment Wi-Fi messes up and we're really mad.
Oh, God.
I'm
oh,
like,
gosh, I hate that.
Oh, when it
Because
starts
it's
to
just-
buffer.
we got
It's
dinner
that
right here,
shared
and
Wi-Fi
the
amongst the
show's
whole
not-
Oh,
complex.
yeah, that's gotta suck.
Yeah.
It's like,
forgot
sorry, we're
about
having
that.
trouble playing.
My new
this right
favorite thing to
now.
do is like when he's
You
in
start
there-
looking through the windows like, well, do they got signal?
Go knock on people's doors. How's your
Excuse me.
Wi-Fi?
How many times do I have to unplug the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My new favorite thing to do is like when he's in here working, I'll go in there and get a snack, preferably like ice cream or something.
Correct yourself. Snacks.
Whatever.
With an S.
And I'll sit on the couch and turn on my 600-pound life. I don't know why I like to eat while I watch that show.
Make yourself feel better.
about
In
yourself.
future,
Yeah.
I'm not going to look like that. I'm not going to do
I don't
that.
know. I just like to watch that show while I
Honestly,
eat.
Those
That's
types
so
of shows
funny.
and like hoarders, they really kind of like
Give
make
you
me cringe.
Anxiety.
I'm sure it's on
Because-
TLC, isn't it?
I actually watch it on
Yeah.
Hulu.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
it's
TLC's
definitely a-
always got
it's
stuff like
definitely
that.
a TLC.
It's
show.
like the My Strange Addiction, the Hoarders, the My 600-Pound Life,
Sex sent me to the ER. All those.
Yeah.
random
I love
things.
hoarders.
and then they got
I can't. It's nasty.
Yeah, I can't do
Yeah,
that.
but I like to look at other people's houses because I stress over it.
Makes you feel good.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like my house is never clean. He's
Well-
like, this is probably the cleanest house on the block. And I'm like, no. But then I watch
no,
hoarders. I'm
seriously
like,
though.
So
But,
when I was getting my psychology degree, the DSM-5 had just come out, and that's where the book with all like mental
Right.
illness diagnosis, and like that was the first time that hoarders was like actually put in there. It's like
Oh,
an
wow.
actual mental disorder.
Did you see that one where she had cats? Was it cats or something? And
Yeah,
then
and they
were
pulled
dead
up stuff.
under
What?
the wood
Yes.
or
Yeah,
something.
they will have so many animals that
What?
you like.
Yeah, they're
you can't
dead.
Find their
well, apparently her
feces
cats kept having
around.
babies and stuff, and they would find just dead cats underneath all of her stuff.
That's disgusting. Can you just imagine what it smells like?
Well,
Yeah, I know.
one lady on there, she didn't want to get rid of used toilet paper or anything. And
Yeah,
she's like, I have to keep that.
For
Or like
Why?
the fingernail
A Scentsy?
clippings.
Yes.
Ew. For what?
A Cincy? Like a Cincy poo?
I don't know. I mean, but
That's
people like that,
disgusting.
they really do have mental illnesses.
Right.
Like,
Clear.
Clearly,
like,
if you're
it's not
saving your
just
poop
like-
toilet paper.
When it becomes to that extreme, they're not just like saving one thing like a hobby or a collectible. They're
Right.
like saving everything.
yeah.
Now, the one
Their
lady that
fridge
saved
is, like,
her fingernail clippings,
expired.
That's
Yeah.
awful.
she was like creating animals out of them, though. Like,
What?
yeah, it was
Like a craft?
Yeah. She was like even taking people's. She was like, donate
Like a
me your
nail craft.
fingernails.
Ew.
And she was like making like
that's
cats
nasty.
and dog, like little mini figurines.
Who's
But
gonna
when-
buy
okay.
that? Who's gonna buy that?
I don't know. There's people out there that buy weird stuff. So
What's funny is
Fingernail clipping.
There's a website for that.
crafts.
I put,
I mean, there
Halloween,
probably is.
I put Halloween Town on one day when I was
Oh,
working.
classic.
And the guy, like his house, where if you lost it, it would go there.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were like, "You don't have a filing system?" And he's like, "I keep my toenail clippings under the porch."
When y'all clip fingernails, do they fling everywhere?
It just depends.
Or like fingernails?
Mine don't. I mean, mine are kind of like, mine will fall. His will
Yeah,
pop you in
mine
the face.
shoot out.
You got some tough
They're thick.
nails.
They're thick.
Mine are very brittle.
I mean, my toenails do, but I know this is weird, but I like to do mine over the toilet because I don't
do
want
mine
to
too.
go
over
all
the
over the
toilet
place.
or over like the trash can. or
Yeah.
something.
I do my nails over the sink and my toenails over the toilet.
Yeah.
I know it's
So I'm
gross,
not
but I do
weird.
bite my nails.
I never said you were weird. You just leave your clippings everywhere.
No, you got to pick that up. If
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
flings,
that's
you got to
gross.
keep it in your
Oh.
Or like he'll
peripheral.
shave
see where
his
it
chest
goes.
or his beard in the sink.
No,
Not his
ma'am.
chest, his beard.
No, ma'am.
And he's like,
Where
I'm
do
like,
you-
are you going to clean that up? He's like, yeah, I'll rinse it out and I'll go back and it's still there.
Well, you know
No.
what?
In 30 seconds,
You're
yes.
clogging the drain. You're going to have to snake that stuff out later.
Plumber, what is that stuff? Plumbo?
Oh, Drano.
Drano?
Yeah.
Plumbo.
Oh God.
Hey,
So
you can get the things.
when I moved
Suction to the
into
mirror.
He ain't going to
yeah.
use that.
That takes too much time.
when I
See?
moved into my apartment, not our apartment.
No, ours too.
No, but mine was worse. So when I moved into my apartment, I just kept noticing like it kept clogging up. And when I take a shower and wash my hair, I try really hard, and I know it's gross. I hate wet hair. I hate it. But I try to collect my hair and just like put it on
makes
the
art
side
on the
or
wall.
put it on the wall because I don't want it to go down the drain
Right,
because
right.
it clogs it up.
Yeah.
And the drains, like certain drains, it's not ones that have like the holes in it where it'll just sit on top. It's
Right.
like once it goes in there, like you got to get drained out.
Yeah.
Get her
And it's
like
annoying.
A silicone thing to
Right.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work very well. It doesn't work. Anyways,
I thought you were talking about the drawers when we moved in.
No.
There was like small, like hair, like say you
Like a
trimmed your
beard.
and it was like in our like drawers in the bathroom.
they didn't clean it very well. Yeah.
It was somebody
anyways-
else's?
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
it was
course.
all-
Well, it wasn't ours. You don't see me shaving my beard. But no,
I
really.
definitely let the office know.
When I got my apartment before we got ours, I was like, man, it just keeps clogging up. Like, there's no way it's from me. There's no way. So I used that Drano. Okay, it took me forever to figure out how to unscrew it because it's complicated.
Yeah.
So I finally got it unscrewed. Oh
yeah, then you
God,
broke it,
I
right?
had to dig it out, like
The
dig
Drano or the hair?
the hair.
You're supposed to
the
buy
hair.
one of those like steak things.
I don't
and,
remember
like,
what I
twirl.
used.
Yeah.
I think it was either
I think you were using
pliers.
pliers.
It was either pliers or like a tool.
That's probably where it went wrong.
It was disgusting. I was gagging. I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
I think we were on FaceTime.
I
and I was
think we
like,
were on the
I was like,
phone.
hey, this is disgusting. Because it's
God.
okay, first of all, wet hair, ew. Second of all, it's somebody else's
Yeah.
hair. Like, and
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know whose.
And
That's
it's been sitting there
disgusting.
and it's moldy and
I'm
yeah.
gonna throw up.
It's gross.
That's disgusting.
yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah, it's
Clean your drains.
yeah.
Yeah, please.
This isn't sponsored by Plumo or Drano.
Plummo.
Little quick question, and I may already know the story, but how did you guys even meet? Because I feel like you're like the perfect couple.
Actually, my cousin.
Actually, not actually.
Well, what had happened was my cousin Amber is married to Chase, and she was best friends with Chase. And so just like events, gatherings, actually, the first several times that she met me, she doesn't recall.
I don't.
And she gave me a dirty look once.
She knew who I was, and she, like, we were somewhere, and she was like, hey, where y'all sitting? And I
she
was
gave me
like,
the worst look.
I just kind of like, and I walked away, and I went up to Amber, and I was like, there's this girl, and she wants to know where we're sitting, and I don't know who it is. She was like, it's my cousin,
And
Kalley.
then-
And I was like, oh, okay.
Then I went up
didn't
to
know.
Amber and was like, your friend Belinda's really rude.
Oh.
She gave me
know.
the worst look.
So what was your first impression of Belinda?
Well, obviously, I was like,
that I was ugly and rude.
like, okay. I only met you like
I also
several
just
years
have
in a
a
row.
face like I just look mad, I guess. I don't know, but I was like, who is this? Like, why are you trying to talk to me? Like, why do you want to know where we're sitting? Who are you? I've never associated with you before.
And I've
then I
met
was
her
like,
multiple
oh.
times at this point.
Yeah, and then I remember she
But you
like,
didn't remember
Like
who
I
she
wouldn't
was.
necessarily
No.
have remembered her
Not at all.
name
For
because
real.
I'm terrible with names, but I definitely recognized her.
Right.
No, I didn't recognize her. But then when she
You're like, who is this stranger talking to me?
yeah, when Amber was like, it's my cousin, I was like, oh, and then she came up there and she was like, yeah. And I was like, huh? And I felt so bad. I was like, I'm an idiot.
She's like, yeah, we've had multiple conversations.
She's like, I saw you at this event. I saw you like a month ago. I'm like, yeah. Like, I just didn't remember.
I'm good with like recognizing people, but not names.
So after that, I don't really remember seeing her a bunch, except for when Amber was getting married. We were
the
both
bachelorette weekend.
Well, we were both standing with her, and so we went with her to pick out her dress. And I saw her there, and she was working nights at the hospital, so she came a little late.
Okay,
a little later than
I
us.
came late. I had a hotel there. I had gotten a hotel, and I'd stayed the night. Well, because I met up with my mom the day before in Knoxville, and we went to the zoo. It was like an opportunity to hang out with my mom.
What's your favorite animal at the zoo?
I love giraffes, as you know, that giant giraffe on my
that's
leg.
right. I'm a penguin kind of guy.
Penguins are cute.
I love.
Smell awful.
Oh, they stink.
They
But
just
they are
roll.
just the cutest
I
little
don't think I've ever
things.
gotten close enough to a penguin to smell it.
You don't have
You
to
never
get
went
close.
to the zoo?
Yeah, I've
You
been to a zoo.
You ever walked
you
in the
can just
penguin
smell their
aquarium
enclosure.
or whatever?
It's awful.
I don't think I've
stink.
ever seen a penguin
Smells
at
like
an aquarium.
wet
Really?
bird poop.
There
Did we-
was like
It's
30.
awful.
When
Did we
went.
see any penguins at the aquarium in Chicago?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
How could you forget?
Well,
They're so
either
cute.
way, I had met up with my mom as an opportunity to see her because she lives far away since we were going to be in the Knoxville area to dress shop or at that shop. And I'd had a hotel. I had the worst migraine ever.
Yeah,
That
she
next
looked
morning,
really like
I looked
ill.
like death in the pictures.
I could tell she felt bad.
Yeah,
So
I had a
anyways,
migraine.
we
It was
went
bad.
there. She picked out her dress, and then obviously the bachelorette party. And I don't feel like I am easily attracted to people. I think I really like people. Like, I'm a likable person, and I
Right.
like to, converse with people, have fun with people, make friends, whatever. But there was just something about Kalley that just really, really stood out to me. And I just couldn't help it. The whole weekend, I was just like, just so obsessed with her in the best way. I was. And she was just so cool because she's so funny, and she doesn't even mean to be funny. And she's just like,
I think I like that about you too.
Yeah.
you just have a really dry sense of humor, and it's hilarious.
It's dry, it's flat,
And she's
it's monotoned.
honest. She's
Yeah, it's
so
like worse
honest.
right now.
I think that's what I love about her. She doesn't try to be funny, but she's freaking hilarious.
It's so funny.
And I love that about her.
And she's honest.
Yeah.
And like where I would like to be
Completely
more
honest.
honest.
Yes.
I'm working on it.
Where I would like to be more honest, like that's why like I feel like we work so
She's
well.
teaching me to bite my tongue, be a
Be
little more
patient, be more
quiet.
kind.
No, you're the one that needs the patience.
Well,
She needs to have more of a backbone and patience with me.
Belinda's got a pretty good. I've seen Belinda with a backbone.
It,
Yeah.
Not with my
depends.
friends. I would say with my
okay.
friends, I'm pretty bendable because
Work with work. She's in an
Oh, yeah, yeah.
position.
Oh, yeah.
Boundaries.
I'm
Yeah, no. In like personal life,
But Callie's more likely to stand up for herself when it comes to
Yes.
anyone compared
Yes.
to Belinda.
100%.
I think you're that way because I'm not. Well, I just don't like confrontation.
I'm more of like Callie
I
in
don't
that
either.
scenario.
She's more of like I'm gonna say what I need to
I'm
say.
more blunt.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
that's
screw
just
him,
like
you know?
Kalley.
I don't
well,
care.
I mean, I want to say something, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because it's just not worth it. But
So-
she's like, oh, let me tell you something.
sometimes I can buy
Like
it.
me, I'm like, wrong is wrong regardless. I don't care who you are. Like,
Yeah.
especially if you hurt someone that I love.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
don't
how
care.
she is.
Horns
You
come
guys are a
out.
lot alike. I feel like Daniel and I are very similar.
Yeah.
yes, you guys
that
are
way.
both very bubbly and outgoing and talkative. Where I'm like, I'll sit back here and just listen to the conversation.
I'm the same way.
And then throw bows on you when you ain't paying attention.
So yeah, bachelorette weekend.
I was
She-
intrigued by her and Kendra because their personalities were just so fun and they were laughing and joking around. And then
Yeah, Kendra-
we had this
oh.
weird girl with us.
I've told
we
you
won't
this
even go
since
into
I've
that.
met you.
Yeah, yeah.
If you ever were around Kendra and I for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I've never
it's
been
just
around her, but I've like
hilarious.
conversated with her, said hi, whatever. But
We're not right. You would be
was she
like,
at the housewarming party?
Yes.
Which one was she?
It was
I don't know how to
Kendra.
describe her.
No, I've heard
She has,
plenty of stories
blonde
about
hair.
Kendra, but I don't
Sometimes
remember.
It's probably about my length, and
Yeah.
sometimes it can be a little wavy.
She's like a little taller than you.
She's
I
like
think.
one.
Was it the
Yeah.
one who came over and hugged us, saying "nice to meet you"? And
That was
There
a
was
lot
just
of people.
so many people there.
That was true. We were like, oh, this.
She
is
didn't have.
so-and-so,
She's not the one with the
this is
baby,
so-and-so.
was it?
No,
No,
that
that's
was
Taylor.
Okay.
But so yeah, bachelorette weekend. I just kept telling Kendra, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just very intrigued by her, and she fits so well with us because that's something that Kendra and I have a hard time finding is people to fit in without feeling left out because we're just so much and we're so much alike.
With the jokes and like the comeback.
And the laugh, our laugh is the exact same. We act the exact same. Like we just have the exact same sense of humor. And so for her to be different but understand it and just be funny. And then, I was just like, I don't know. She's just really awesome. And I don't really just like people like that.
Yeah.
So that kind of drew my attention and we became really good friends.
Yeah.
And that's something else that I appreciate about our relationship is that we were best friends first because I think it's really important.
We're very similar. Obviously, now that we're dating, I've noticed we're very different in ways also, but that's good. I mean, I wouldn't want to date someone that was just like me. I'm sure I'd get on my own nerves.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be kind of boring, if you were with someone who's just like yourself, because you're with yourself 24/7.
You gotta have a little yin with the yang.
We're very good balanced. Like she's the high energy, bubbly. I'm a little bit older than her. I'm like, all right. I'm the oldest of 5. Like
I'm a little bit older than you.
4 days. I always make the joke that she's older, so I always say you're going to be the one to use the bathroom on yourself first.
That's ugly.
Hey, it happens.
She could probably have surgery to fix hers easier than you could.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I can tack mine up in surgery.
Yeah, she can get a little mesh holding that bladder
Yours
up like in a little hammock here.
Really?
Hey, I got me a strong bladder.
I'm sure you could do that too, I guess.
I can stop peeing midstream.
That has to hurt.
I'm sure everyone wants to hear about how well you can stop.
No, for real, that hurt.
I mean, I saw this bit where Steve Harvey was like in the bathroom or something, and he was in there, and there was a young boy, and Steve, had his hand. He's like, he pees with his hand on the wall, and that little boy said he said the boy would pee and then would stop. Then he'd pee, then stop. He said, but once you get to a certain age, once you let it start flowing, it has to just run out. There ain't no stopping to it.
Question is, can you stop mid-poo?
I don't think I would want to just because it feels too good. I enjoy
you need to get it out.
I enjoy the poops. Can you?
I've never tried it. If it's coming out, I ain't going to cut it off.
Yeah, could you
There's no cutting yours off, by the way. I told this on the last podcast.
I think it depends on what kind of poop it is.
What do you do with your cereal when you're done eating it and if it's still full?
I actually watched that.
Okay.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, you dump it in the toilet.
When I was younger, I used to flush it in the toilet.
Yeah.
Because what are you supposed to do with it? It's wet cereal.
You can't throw it away.
You can't throw it away.
Sometimes we would put it in the dog's bowl.
We have a garbage disposal.
No way.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Whenever you're done with cereal, what do you do with it?
Because it's just milk left if you didn't drink it. You just pour it out.
Say you ate your first bowl.
Why
and it was
did you waste so much cereal?
You always ate your breakfast.
Or just say it's a kid. They poured too much cereal.
As far as I can remember, yeah. I always finished my
Well, now
cereal.
they have garbage disposals, but I still, even though we have a garbage disposal, I still make the kids put their cereal in the toilet.
Just like this morning, Cadence poured it in the toilet.
I would probably just hold the spoon and pour all the milk out and then just dump the rest in the trash.
See, that's too normal.
That's what I would do.
That's too normal.
That's what I would do.
Toilet method all the way.
I think it's disgusting pouring cereal in the toilet.
I think
it's disgusting for your bowl to be next to the toilet. Whether you're going to wash
it's dirty.
it or
You're
not.
going to wash it.
It doesn't matter.
I wipe the seat.
It's too much.
So you said that you just don't naturally like people. So do you feel like you, whenever you meet people, do you go into that vulnerable? You know what I'm trying to say? I
guess
do people have to earn your respect?
No, I think I meant. I don't necessarily like people right away, meaning in a relationship aspect.
Oh, gotcha.
I feel like
she could talk to a wall and make friends.
Yeah.
I could talk to anyone.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that...
No, I just meant, I'm not intrigued by someone that I would think, wow, it would be really cool if I could be with them. Or I could see us working out.
Right.
And being really well, especially right off the bat like that.
Right.
I mean, I didn't know her super well, but just from being around her and what I knew of her, I was like, I really, really like her. And I've never been able to say that out loud about anyone. Ever.
Right.
Well, I thought I really like people, but I genuinely enjoy our relationship. The friendship plus the relationship. I feel like there's definitely two parts. It's not just a relationship.
It's there's times when you're romantic with one another, you're spouse and spouse, but then there's times where it's oh, he's my best friend, we're playing a game or whatever, being goofy and silly, and we love that. trash
Stuff
about
each other.
something,
Yeah.
you know, I mean.
Or
it's-
just like, oh my gosh, look at this TikTok, or like, you know, liking the same things. Like recently, we've watched all the Harry Potter movies. Kalley loves Harry Potter.
A year later, I finally got her to watch it.
Yeah, I'm always like, that, no.
I couldn't get into them. Like after the second or third, I was just like, I'm lost.
I've watched the first
There's so much going on in such a small amount of time. And I'm like, can we pause it? What's happening?
She'd be on her phone. I'm like, okay, this is an important part. And she was like, I'm tired of you telling me that.
Because that
They're
just
all
feel
important
like
parts.
stress.
And I'm like, okay, well, you keep asking me questions. So, like, you got to pay
And
attention.
if you skip one movie,
Oh my gosh, lost.
Yeah.
you're done.
But even if you don't watch it for 5 minutes, like you don't know what's going on when you come back. It's just so confusing.
My buddy was
So-
like, let's go watch the, I don't know, Goblet of Fire or something. I was like, okay, cool. I knew nothing.
Goblet.
Oh, is it
Correction.
really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a little goblin.
Nope.
No.
The goblet.
I would have
it's
said
like
goblin.
A cup.
See? I'm lost.
I would have said goblin.
Yeah.
I still don't know. What is it?
That's
What's
the country,
that
man. That Goblin of Fire.
the little
Quidditch.
Snitch.
the snitch. I called it a stitch.
I do like Stitch, though. I said, just one letter, baby. It's all right. You was close.
I mean, a snitch just sounds like. What
And that's like the thing they play with the Quidditch, right?
Yes.
yeah. Has the little wings and you have to
Did I
catch
say
it.
that game right?
Cadence has one of those, but it's a fidget spinner. Remember? It's a
Oh,
little circle
that's
one.
cool.
Is Quidditch?
It's the ball with the wings,
a
and you
stitch?
put it on your finger, and you can
Snitch.
spin it.
Snitch.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So since we've recently started watching that, I feel like I get videos or some like pictures or just like decor
Of
I'm,
Harry
like,
Potter?
sending it to her. Yeah,
She
all the time.
understands a lot more
Now I understand it.
She's
Okay,
like, oh, yeah, isn't that
For
one person?
example-
And they did the thing.
You're like, I'm so proud.
our
I am.
second
I
bedroom
really am.
where we have all of our Funko Pops.
yeah.
And all of my
all
Legos.
of her Legos and Funko Pops that are Harry Potter. I said, I really can actually enjoy these now.
You appreciate
I know
it
what
now.
they mean.
Yeah.
I know who they are. I know what's
Like,
going on. I remember from the movie.
Like his name starts with like an H,
like
right?
a D. Like what is it?
I'm like, yeah, you're close. You got it. Keep
she
going.
quizzed me the other day, and I'm like, honey, I don't know. What does it start with? There's just so many people. I
She
know
always
Voldemort, Harry
forgets-
Potter.
Yeah,
I
she
just know
always
it's
forgets
Hermione.
Hagrid's name.
And Harry.
So
can't ever
question, so
remember
when
Hagrid.
you moved your Legos, how did that work? Like, did you
Oh,
super
yeah.
glue your Legos like together when you built them?
No.
So they'll stay together? Like, how does that work?
I
was
I
hard.
bought like tubs and I put them in, and some of them I had put like pillows to pack the
Oh,
pillows.
so they can easily fall apart.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
them did, and that's the last room that I wanted to get to, right? And she's like, I really want you to get the game room ready. I'm excited about it. Like, come on. So one night she went to bed at like 7. I stayed up till midnight, like looking through my books because I kept all the books.
Are you kidding me?
Like putting
That's-
pieces
Oh, where
That's
they
a-
fell apart.
Yeah, it wasn't horrid, but like there's still some random
There is
pieces
some
I have
small
that I'm like,
pieces
you
of
know
Legos.
what? It's fine. It looks good enough.
if someone's missing a leg, we'll figure it out later.
Well,
like
also-
honestly, yeah, I was like, I can't tell that it's messed up, so just save these for later.
At least she kept the books, though. I mean, that was smart.
Yeah.
Well, also at her apartment, she had the castle was one piece.
Like I
And
connected
so,
the different
Yeah.
pieces together.
Obviously, you can't do that on the shelves because, the shelf's only this long.
Right.
So she had to take them apart, and then she tried to just kind of piece it together where it made sense for the story, I guess, from the movie.
Yeah, and then I got tired of that, and I just started putting them everywhere. Because when I was
think
at
it looks
my
fun.
apartment, I would have them organized, like what was in what book. Like, oh, this is all the first one. This is all
Right.
that second one. But then it was kind of just like, I have so much, I'm just piecing it where it can go.
Right. So do you actually enjoy putting the Legos together, or are you more in it for oh, it's done?
Like the finished product.
Yeah.
I kind of like both. It can be tiring when you're doing the Legos.
Yeah.
Like putting them together sometimes.
Especially big pieces. When I
it's
say
a
big
very
pieces.
large piece.
Yes. Like big boxes, and
Yeah.
it's a big old.
5,000
castle.
pieces or
Yeah,
something.
it's not like a sit down
Oh,
for an hour.
I would
and
have
get
so
it
much
done.
anxiety. If there
It's
was
like days.
It's a lot. But
See, Cadence loves to put Legos together, and I'm
I
like,
don't have the time.
it's
Yeah.
not awful because there's a book and it's step by step, and then the bags are separated. So it's you'll start with bag number 1, and you'll just do that.
yeah,
and then
so
you'll
it's
do
not
bag
like
number 2.
hard.
right.
It's just time consuming.
yeah.
And it's frustrating. I can't ever get the Legos apart. If I put it
Well,
on
they have
wrong,
that
I'm like,
little
can you get this
piece.
apart?
The
I
little
still
piece.
can't do it.
You have a Lego tool?
Yeah, they come with them.
Really?
to like be able to take
That
them
way,
apart.
if you mess up,
Oh, wow.
what's really annoying is if you like get far.
That must
into
be
a
the
piece and
fancy
then you're like,
Legos.
wait,
Like the
something
name
doesn't-
brand.
Not the little $5 box you get from the Dollar General.
No, we're talking
Yeah.
about like the adult Legos. There's definitely
They
a
snap in
difference.
place and they stay until you use the tool.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
yeah,
really hard to
sometimes
get
they
apart.
are hard. I was
crazy.
so mad the other night. I was actually putting one together I've had for a while. It's like the newer one. It's like the chest, like you
Oh,
carry,
yeah.
or like a trunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to like my teeth in there. I was getting mad. I hate when you like get far into it though, and you're like, wait, something doesn't look right, and you're like, oh man, I missed a piece like 3 pages ago.
Oh, my God.
Or it's like
Gosh.
backwards or
Gotta-
something.
What got you into that? Legos.
Honestly, I don't know. I think I just was like, ooh, Harry Potter, and then you just
Oh, so that started the.
yeah.
So every time they come out with like a new Harry Potter thing
No,
for
I'm
like,
not getting
ma'am.
them all.
oh,
No, ma'am. We have plenty.
oh,
Plenty.
You're done.
Now,
So
you
she
know
has
the-
as much Legos as you have plants. Or are you a
No,
planty
she's
too?
got
You're the
all the
planty.
things. She's got all the
okay.
things.
This is the collector. Okay,
Gotcha.
she's the
Wait.
collector.
COVID. We were bored. I mean, Legos, plants.
Food and
I mean-
babies. That's about it.
I didn't
yeah.
have time to collect things because I was still working.
Obviously,
we were open for business.
I was an essential worker, obviously, as a nurse, but like, you know, it was 3 nights a week.
Right.
Whether it was they were
Right.
together or apart. And you
Right.
just kind of gotta have something to do. You're not allowed to go outside.
Which is dumb.
Couldn't be around people, and you couldn't be in public. You know, so it's like, okay, you
I
have to
would've-
stay at home all day. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
I would have never thought about picking up a Lego or buying a Lego set ever. But when I found out like how interested she was in Legos, I was like, it's pretty cool. So I bought like the flower bouquet Legos, and they're really cool.
Yeah.
They're
I've
really
seen those.
cool.
They're pretty.
They are.
If you were to dump out, like, what's an average Lego?
Like piece wise?
Yeah. 1,000?
No. I'd say a couple hundred.
1,000 for like a big piece.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you were
I
to
mean,
do-
they,
well,
like small
300.
boxes can be just like a few hundred or
Oh,
something.
yeah. I'm going to have anxiety. I would just
I mean,
get frustrated.
And they're not all like super tiny. Like I got her some knockoff ones off Temu or whatever.
Roses.
Yes, those were pretty average, like the Lego ones. But
there was, like, it wasn't
no,
a
I
bunch of
got you the
pieces.
dog that looks like Gracie, and those are like really small pieces.
I didn't put it together. She did.
I put it together for her.
Did they turn out really good from Temu though?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cute. It really does look just like Gracie.
Aw.
But yeah, they're like really
What if it
small.
came out a different dog, like a wiener dog or something? Be like, damn, Timu.
Yeah.
So listen, a funny story about Timu. Her mom bought this super cute, like modern farmhouse kind of lamp. And it looked like it would go on a wall.
It does mount on the wall.
So it mounts on the wall, and then it shows a cord going down, and it plugs into the wall. And then on the cord's that little
the
twisty
little-
thing,
yeah.
to where you can turn it on. Well, when she got to our house, she opens the box up. It's the light that mounts on the wall, and the cord comes down, and at the bottom of the cord, instead of a plug, it's just a bunch of wires stuck out like this. There was no plug and no switch to.
well,
so like they didn't finish the
no,
product.
she ordered the wrong one. There was one with the plug, and then one to where you could wire it into the wall.
Well, she showed us the one she
Who would wanna
ordered,
do that?
and it shows a plug, and she got the one with like
Just the wires.
She's always, how you plug this in?
I'm like, baby, you got to start like twisting.
I was like,
them.
you better call you an electrician.
Yeah, for real.
That's so funny.
That's crazy.
I have a question. We have a lot of people, like if we go live or anything, they're like the first thing people ask is, how do you feel about LGBTQ?
BT.
He's right.
I
Plus.
can't either. I always like,
Just say
A,
the
B, C,
alphabet.
D,
Yeah.
F, G.
It's okay.
So
People
I'm
always
part
bring
of
up
it.
stuff like that, or they're like, "What president? This, that," and it's like,
I don't
no
like
politics.
to get political.
Yeah.
I don't-
No politics.
So
I don't
what
pay
does it
attention
mean
to
when someone says,
politics.
how do you feel about LGBTQ?
Well, I'm in it, so
So if someone was to ask you that,
obviously I'm for it. You know, I'm in it. I was an A, and now I'm whatever letter
A
I
is
want
ally.
to be.
So if you support people that,
ally alliance.
are
I'm
a part
aligned
of
with that.
Basically, you're just like okay with it. You're supportive of it.
Think of it like Survivor. We're in an alliance together. We're on the same team.
Like you may not fall under any other category, but you are supportive of them, so you technically are an A in the alphabet.
Yeah, so I would always consider myself a part of it because I was always an A previously.
Right.
Because, I mean, I have people that are part of that community in my family. So
Right.
I've always, and a younger generation were more open-minded.
Well, I was always brought up to love people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My mom
And
is the same way.
Regardless
who or
of
where they
what
come
they
from.
choose to do within their personal time, free time, whether they're black, white, I was raised that way. And I feel like just because we act like that, we get judged for that. And it's like,
Hate is taught.
yeah. I mean, it's
a baby isn't going to come out being like, I hate you.
Right.
They're taught to hate.
Right.
Exactly.
And yeah, my mom is just like her, can make a friend with a wall.
Right.
And talk
She'll
for
just
3
keep talking.
hours.
Right.
For real.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, I've always been the same.
But it's crazy because we'll be on a live and that'll be like one of the first questions people ask. And it's like, but why are you asking that? Is that gonna change your
shouldn't have to
opinion
be.
How you feel?
about us? No, like, do we support LG?
Oh, okay.
And it's like, is that going to change your opinion about us? Like, depending on our answer? You know what I mean?
Say
It's like,
this, and I think that it's true. Like a lot of people get really offended if they don't support the community. And I think it's a little strange because you don't have to be supportive. I mean, if you are my friend or you love me, you're going to be supportive of me, but you don't have to hang up flags and,
Exactly.
like
Right.
act like,
Right.
You're really in it because to me, it's just a part of who I am, but
Right.
it's not my whole life.
it's
Exactly.
honestly just like, just don't be an ugly person.
Right.
But there
Right.
are people that are like they are completely invested and just they don't want to only be gay. They want to like only be gay. Like does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they don't want to I don't know, it's like a lifestyle for them. Like it's their whole life and it's their everything. Conversation starter, like I don't know, it's just kind of I don't know, that's just not kind of how we are.
I just always say,
Like it is what it is.
if you're a good person, I support
well,
whatever
that's what
you
we
do.
say. I feel like the best answer for us in that situation, we always say, there's no point in getting into
really
that.
not even-
Everyone's going to have a
Honestly.
difference of opinions.
Yeah.
But we say, regardless of who you are, as long as you're a good person, we love you, we accept you. I mean, depending on any kind of status that you have. So,
I could care less.
Like
Yeah.
walking up to a stranger and being like, are you Republican or Democrat?
are you Christian? You know what I
does
mean? And
that?
it's like,
you a person or an
atheist
alien?
Christian?
exactly.
Wait. Which type of Christianity though?
Exactly.
Do you go to a Church of Christ?
Or are you
like
non-denominational?
Presbyterian?
Do you shop at Walmart or Kroger? You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
it's
literally like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's like,
sometimes it's like
But
those
people
are really
don't look at it that
personal.
way.
Like,
No.
it's like walking up to somebody and being like, "What size bra you wear?" It's just weird. Like, it
oh,
doesn't.
you shop at
have
Aeropostale
to-
instead of American Eagle? I don't like
Probably
you.
the same.
But it's just like it doesn't have to matter.
Right.
Like, you can still be friends and agree to disagree about things.
But
like
like
that doesn't have to be the.
I said
Yeah,
that goes the same way for people that are in the community. Like they want to exclude straight people. Like why?
just because they're like,
You want to be accepted,
right.
and you want to be able to be yourself, but you
But
want
you
to
can't
exclude
accept.
those people because they're not like you.
Right,
That's
because,
the
hey,
same.
That's almost
That's
kind of
what
like
But I
happens
was
to
straight
us.
before.
Cultish a
I was
little
an
bit.
A still.
So you're saying so I'm straight. If I went into like this group that was just LGBTQ, and they're like, I don't support straight people. Is
That
what
would be
you're
a really
saying?
weird thing to do.
Yeah.
No, I guess just mean like they're just so obsessed with their lifestyle
Oh, gotcha.
that because you all are different or a different lifestyle than them, that it's just like they don't necessarily care to associate. Maybe because of an experience that they had with
Or
someone
they
that was
just
straight.
assume,
That
which
you-
could be on both parts. Anybody, black, white, gay, straight, whatever. They just like assume that you're that way
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of an experience or just
experience.
people in general, social media, whatever.
And also too, I mean, in this like where we live,
Mm-hmm.
it's very country and it's very
It's the Bible Belt.
yes. So
sure.
I think automatically assuming that someone is not going to support you, in my opinion, is the best way to do it, because like I'm not going around screaming like, oh, I have a girlfriend.
Right.
I almost feel uncomfortable to talk about it with certain people, knowing that they're going to react negatively.
Is sad.
It is sad.
I hate that because
like this is my personal life.
Yeah.
Like, this could be work, business. Like I don't have to tell you that part of my
I'm really quick to be like, this is my girlfriend.
Right.
But I'm not going to like scream it or, bring it up unless it's a question, but it can be uncomfortable. Because
but even just talking about it, just like, even like you said, like being around somebody who you think might judge you because you're this way. I don't like that.
And then it can cause the confrontation.
Yeah.
I don't like confrontation either.
Or just for them to even look at you different.
Stand up for her. And if you don't like me for that, then okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. You're not a person I need in my life. It's fine.
Right.
I mean, it's just like,
it's almost like it's a form of racism, in my opinion, honestly.
I mean, it's like even people that are against the community, like they want to scream like, oh, you have a Pride Month. Why is there not like a straight month?
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's just like, obviously minorities get celebrated.
Right.
We have a Black History Month.
Right.
And I'm sure somewhere in there, there's like,
there's a Native American, whatever.
Indonesian people.
Right.
And then I'm sure there's something for like Asian type, Middle Eastern.
Midgets have a month. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
I would be a part of
they're
that.
called little people.
Little people have a month.
I'm really, really
They don't
close to
like-
that.
I tell him that all the time.
They don't like the M word. Okay, that's rude.
Oh, sorry.
So you're being racist against midgets, right?
No, I love
You
midgets.
just said it. You just said the M word.
I know, because I was.
I love
making a
little
point.
people.
There you go.
That's why he loves
They have
me,
a little people
'cause I'm
show on
little.
TLC.
So one of my buddies I used to work with, his dad was a little person, and he was that little leprechaun wrestler on wrestling.
No way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
think
little
it's-
people, I've seen the show. I think it's so wild how how chromosomes, genes, and all that stuff work, because I've seen, two little people.
Make a big person.
Yes.
I was going to say that.
That's so wild
pretty
to
crazy.
me.
It's just like whether it's a dominant or recessive.
Right. It's just wild. I mean, it's just
it's
wild though.
Yeah.
I don't know like who these people were, but I saw them all the time when I used to play basketball. And the dad was a little person, the mom was not, and then they had two kids. One was a little person and one wasn't. And I'm like, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that so
That is
weird how
wild.
that happens?
I wish I had the gene to make me a little bit taller, even though my parents are normal size. I wish I would have got that growth gene,
taller.
in my opinion.
You could get your knees done.
What do you mean?
What?
Plastic surgery?
I'm just playing. It's a White Chicks
extended-
reference.
Oh.
Get extended shin bones?
Do you know like the part where obviously
Remember,
dress
and they
up
were
go
like,
meet
"You
the
got
friends?
taller," and she's like, "I got my knees done," and they're like, "Oh, yeah."
You can do that. See,
If you could, I would too.
there's my movie quotes where I was like, she doesn't always get it.
Oh, well, I've seen
Unless
white
I got
chicks.
you.
I mean, I have to, but I don't
I love
remember
white
that.
chicks, but I don't remember that.
I'm
Now,
so
Step
supposed-
Brothers,
White
I
Chicks.
can
I
quote
could
it.
quote White Chicks.
So they're coming out with the white chicks too. Did you see that?
No way.
Yes.
I think
next
I saw
year.
something about
Yeah.
Are the brothers still do it?
Yeah,
The Wayans
next
brothers
year.
or
That's
whatever?
cool.
But yeah, about our discussion, I feel like people should focus more on people and like people being good people, instead of their lifestyles. I mean, that's not a concern to me,
That's where the world just doesn't make sense. Like, stay in your lane.
exactly.
Worry-
Mind your business.
worry about-
I mean,
it doesn't
worry
matter
about what you got
do
going
behind
on.
closed doors, as long as you treat me respectfully.
Exactly.
We're friends, and you're a good person. Okay.
That's how I feel.
I don't know what you're doing back
I don't
there.
care
but
what you
that
do.
Doesn't matter to me.
Who you are, where you from. As long as you ain't hurting me, my family, or anybody else, I don't care.
exactly.
I
But
love you. Come here, give me a hug.
people just can't.
People are nosy. That's the problem. They're
So
nosy. They want to be in other
nosy.
people's lives and
Well,
business.
and
They want to be controlling. I
Yeah.
mean,
In a way, it's kind of a conversation starter, which is weird because I'm not going to be like, oh my God, you guys are straight. So, like, who does what? Or whatever. Like, that's a weird question to ask.
Eat like
Who's the
food
guy
like
in
we
the
do.
relationship?
Right. But also,
Sorry.
yeah, who's the guy?
Top or bottom?
yeah,
No, for real, but like,
I mean,
who's the guy?
yeah.
It's like, what do you mean? Why is there a guy? We're two women.
exactly.
There's not going to be a guy. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of the point. But, like, that's a serious question that people ask. And it's like,
Yeah.
what?
And it's like, how would you feel if it were reversed?
Which
you know
is
what I
funny,
mean? It's
actually,
like,
because my gay friend, who is a male, dating a male asked me that when we got together.
That was his first question.
Where's the guy?
Oh, he was like top or bottom.
Like,
Well, that's an icebreaker.
And I would ask him, I'd have been like, so who's the woman in your relationship?
like that's a very gay guy thing.
Know, so it's fine.
That's a very gay guy thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know.
Top or bottom? I'm taking the dog.
What? Oh. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, that's so funny.
She was in a Cinderella story with Hilary Duff. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I like that one's my favorite version.
I don't remember that movie. I don't think I've ever seen it.
She's the
think I've
evil
ever seen
stepmom
Who is
and
obsessed
she's
with eating salmon. Yeah.
salmon for the like health benefits.
Yeah,
or
some type of
something,
salmon
and
diet. Yeah.
She's like, you're not very pretty.
Yeah.
And you're not very bright.
And you're not very bright. Yeah.
And she's got like the suntan things on, the little beady eye
goggles.
things.
Yeah.
I've seen The Princess Diaries
I love those movies.
back in the day. Didn't Disney make Princess Diaries?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
That's what I
I
thought.
saw something going on about that too. I think they're going to make another one.
I love those movies.
With the
I
same
know.
people?
I really
Like
did.
with Anne Hathaway, yeah.
Do you remember Disney movies back in the day? Like, do you remember the movie Brink?
yeah.
Like the
skateboarding
the
movie.
the rollerblading movie.
Or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. I
Or
think there
like-
was like both. They would
Or
have like a competition.
what was that one where it was like the boogeyman, like he was under the bed?
Oh
or was
yeah, something about under the bed.
it? Yeah, something like that. Or
That one was weird. That one guy had like weird
yes,
teeth.
or the one who
remember
was
that.
he had a twin, but he made him in like a fish thing. Do you remember that?
I don't know.
He like
I feel
he
lost.
spilt some type of chemical in his little seahorses thing, and it made another him.
What?
And he took him to school.
Listen,
I mean-
Smart House was my
oh, that was the
favorite.
best.
Yeah.
Oh
That
man,
one felt like a
That's my
child.
favorite.
Do you remember Smart House?
No.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know what
You know,
I was
what my favorite part
obsessed
was?
with Disney
For one, when
movies.
you make a mess, you could just sweep it in the floor and it sucked it all up. Number one. Number two,
The
you could pick what
fridge.
you wanted
And it would
and
just
out
pop
pops
it
the
out
food.
like a-
oh,
Oh,
my
wait,
gosh.
your
wait.
milkshake.
What was it called?
Smart House.
I feel like I've seen
And then the
this.
chick that was like the voice.
The guy who
like,
played
took
on-
over.
He played on Look of the Irish too.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
Disney.
I
That was a
just
good
didn't
one.
know what it was called.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Wait, is that the same movie where she's like super controlling and starts getting like really
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
over the house? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Or
Yeah.
Johnny Tsunami. That
yeah,
was a good
like
one.
my 13th year or
What
something.
about-
Yes, where he turns into a merman. Yeah.
Blank Check.
Oh,
I
that
remember
was
that
good.
That was a good one.
I really don't.
I was like, man,
I'm
if I had a
awful.
blank check, what would I do?
I
Honestly,
know.
this is what I thought Disney Plus would be when it came out. It's just all
And
those
it's not.
movies.
No, it's-
Are they even on there?
No,
I've
I
never
don't think
thought to
so.
look for 'em.
I don't think so. It's more of like new movies like Luca,
Yeah.
Hey,
like more.
Disney Plus. I'm speaking to you.
Yeah, we want some Fox
Figure
and the
it out.
Hound. Some All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh, that's such a
I know.
good movie.
It's sad
sad.
though.
I feel like
Yeah.
it really is just like all new stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly,
like
there's a
Star
lot
Wars,
of random
Clone
stuff.
Wars.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Star
Yeah.
Wars. There's like National Geographic.
Avengers.
I had it on for
Oh.
Gracie.
Our
I
dog.
put it on one day as background because I was working, and what were they, marmots or something? It's some. It was National Geographic, like of the national parks, and it was like I don't know, Olympic National Park, and there's like marmots. It's like these groundhog things, and they were making these little funny high pitched noises, and our
She
dog
was tore
like,
up. And then
Getting up
she
on the-
started getting on her back legs, and she was.
Was she
like,
on
real-
something?
No, she was like right up to the
No,
TV.
she was
Oh,
just
oh,
curious.
she was
she
just-
heard the
oh.
noises.
Yeah.
I thought the dog got into something.
No,
then.
you know when they
No.
like
Like
turn
I-
their head, she's like,
She was like tore up
she like
about
hears
National
all these like
Geographic.
birds and sounds,
then
and she's like,
Kelly paused it and she started whining.
Oh,
like she was
she
tore up. She was
loved
like,
it.
"I'm watching TV. What are
"Sorry,
you
baby,
doing?"
I got to work. Go make a work call."
She was like upset
She was
that
legit
she turned
whining.
Wow.
I'm like, "This is her new favorite
You should
show."
turn that thing back
I
on
thought
for
it
that
was
baby.
Bluey, but I think she likes.
it. We turned
Animal
Bluey
shows
on
now.
for her because did you know that dogs can see the colors that Bluey is made up of? So like
Oh, I
the
didn't know
blues
that.
and the oranges, yeah, in their actual like eye vision, they
Wow.
can see those colors.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we've turned it on and she does watch it because
What
she can
was
see
weird
it.
though?
Wait,
is-
which one's Bluey?
The blue dog.
And bingo,
pointy
Bluey and
ears.
Bingo.
I don't know if I know
There's
him.
like a little blue dog and then an orange dog.
They're really
it's super
cute.
popular recently.
Yeah. Well, what was annoying is on her account, Bluey would just like the next episode would just roll. Well, we made our dog her own account, and then now it's not like auto playing. So we're like, she's been at home by herself this whole time, and like it won't.
Oh
Like,
wow!
it wasn't
One
auto
episode
playing.
and you're done.
And it's only like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's not a long
She's like, I'm
episode.
just getting into it. She's pissed.
And I love it
Oh,
because they have
man.
British accents. I'm like, are you watching Bluey? Oh, are you watching Bluey?
We got her a
Gracie?
Bluey blanket and like a Bluey stuffed animal
Aw.
for her birthday.
That's so
Yeah,
cute.
the stuffed animal is like as big as her.
As big as her. So
She
she's
played
like,
with
"Meh."
it the first day, and then she was like, I guess not.
I tried to buy a smaller one way before. She had a fit that was like $12.
Like, she
so.
don't need it. And then we got her the big one.
Oh, you know what that means.
Game time.
You found out last time. It's game time.
Yeah, it is.
Get my book out.
My book.
So we got some fun questions. This one's actually kind of funny.
Hold on. Where'd you get these questions at?
Google.
Oh,
I didn't think of them.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, Google. Actually, you are sponsored. I think YouTube owns Google.
yes.
Okay, so sponsored.
We love you, Google.
We love you, YouTube.
What is the craziest fashion trend you've ever rocked?
Seen or rocked?
Did you not hear the question? Did you hear an S come out or a rocked?
Honestly, anything.
So did you say seen or rocked? No,
anything when I was younger?
what's the
than
craziest
gonna
fashion trend
say-
you've ever rocked?
The
I got mine.
sequence bags.
Mine was,
flared, like yoga pant things.
The gauchos. That's
And
what I
then-
was getting ready to
yeah,
say.
and then the tank top when you tie the little like shirt.
Oh, that's awful.
the Kool-Aid bags. Do y'all remember
the
that?
Capri Sun. The
Yes.
Capri Sun
Sun
purses.
bags.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
Like
I always
the
seen those and I was like,
pouches.
man, that's so cool. How did
But
they
those
get
aren't
these?
even that bad compared to gaucho pants.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
Heelys.
Really? You had a pair of Heelys?
I had a pair.
Yeah.
I never
got one
did.
for
My mom was
Christmas when
like,
I
you
was
don't need
younger.
those. You're going to break your
Heelys are
neck.
actually still in style because Cadence actually wants another pair.
Yeah, that's the last thing
They're
that child
pretty
needs.
cool though, but like
She
the
will
ones
crash.
I had were
Dangerous.
like chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be like
But
heavy.
my mom got me
Yeah.
Heelys, but I feel like they weren't even Heelys. They were the off-brand, maybe Neelys or something. Because
Really?
these, you actually had to sit down, pop out the bottoms,
that's
pop
a
out the
lot.
fronts,
I'm
and go
pretty
skating.
sure that's what I
You
had.
couldn't just
Like
go
two?
and like a dang cook
Was
it.
it
You
two
know what I mean?
wheels?
Mine had like it's roller skates.
She probably had a pair of roller skates and didn't know. Her mom probably told her they was Heelys.
Heelys.
No, these were
These wheels don't go back in, honey.
these were shoes, but you got to sit down, pop them out, the front and the back, and then you can roller skate. They weren't just run and then heel. You know what I mean?
You had some off-brand.
Yeah, like Neelys, because you're gonna fall and land on your knees.
Neelys.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Mine, I guess, well, y'all's are like material things. Mine was like the frosted tips.
Oh, man.
Yes, I really did. I had the
Okay,
frosted
fine.
tips.
Like that thick
Yes.
black eyeliner, thinking I was like in with the goth
did
and
that?
emo kids, like my freshman
Kelly
year
was
of high
emo.
school.
Oh,
I still
yeah, that's
am.
awesome.
I just don't dress that way.
Or the bronzer on the face where you look
Oh,
orange.
my God.
Oh, God.
I remember doing that freshman year.
I don't remember you having much makeup on.
I borrowed some Odessa's one day.
Yeah, you messed up doing that. Because she was orange.
And you could see the line on my neck
Why did you borrow hers?
because I didn't have any.
Layering multiple different tank tops.
The tank tops.
Oh, I did that.
I remember.
Or the belt over the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
So whenever,
yeah.
when mom used to take us back to school shopping, we would go in Aeropostale because that's really what we could
Aeropostale
afford.
was
was
it.
cool.
We didn't.
For sure.
And it was back when it had the bulldog on it.
No, it had the turtle. Aeropostale was the turtle.
It was a turtle.
Honestly, I don't remember.
No, I had a
wore
bulldog
it, I
on
don't
mine.
Maybe
remember.
we had turtles because we were in the girls section.
Yeah, the girls had
Yeah,
turtles.
girls had
Yeah.
turtles. We
Okay.
had a bulldog.
Okay.
But
Yeah, the boys probably been like, I don't want no turtle on my
It's like
shirt.
turtle.
so like if I saw a mannequin, I had to have what the mannequin wore, especially if I liked that shirt.
And it was multiple layered shirts.
Yes, it was always. So I always wore like 2 collar t-shirts and I would pop my collar in high school.
Oh no.
With
Not the popped collar.
cargo
And a
khaki
seashell
shorts.
necklace.
What a G.
And
Oh,
I will
yeah.
I
What a
will
G.
never wear a pair of cargo khakis ever again.
Really?
I haven't had them in years.
Really?
You got cargo shorts upstairs?
Not khakis, there's jorts. My jean shorts.
jorts.
They're tan.
Yeah, they're not cargo shorts.
Yeah,
they're
but cargo's like the pocket.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Pockets.
like where the loop is to where like you could put a hammer in if you wanted to.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't have those. All the different pockets.
When I was really little, I remember buying a clip that was braided and it would be like a color.
Yeah.
I used to do that all the time.
I got
Put
the
it in the
feathers.
front.
Do you remember at one point when you get the feathers like put in on your hair?
Hey, I was actually going to buy one of those like a couple weeks ago from Amazon and kind of clip it and just kind of style
'Cause it's
my
cute.
hair.
No, but I went to
Look like
my
Dog the Bounty
hairstylist,
Hunter.
and she like braided it in or something.
Yeah, there was like
It was when I was
like
in
it
high
was like
school.
a stringy thing that
It
they
was like
braided
legit
in.
like a long skinny feather. Yeah,
Oh, I've never seen
you
the
got
color.
like different colors.
I like that.
I did that.
Next question. What's your silliest memory with your best friend? I'm sure there's some pretty good stories.
Oh God.
Honestly,
around
I don't
here.
know.
I can think of
Have a bad memory.
2. Let
I
me
don't have any
think.
friends.
I don't have a best friend other than you. I mean, does that count?
Yeah.
Kendra and I have done some pretty funny things.
What do you mean by silly?
There's only one definition for silly. Something funny.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what to say.
Honestly, I did a lot of stupid stuff as a kid.
I can't really
knows?
answer that. I mean,
I can answer it.
Okay, let's hear.
Okay,
I figured
so-
you would have a good one.
Oh, always. If it's anything to do with Kendra, always. So I remember we were going to work out like a whole bunch, and we were working out. I think at this point it was like the middle of summer, and we were going to campus, and we were running the stairs, like not on the football stadium, the stairs of the parking garage. So like hard concrete, and running the stairs. That is so hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we did it for like 4 months, and we started losing a bunch of weight. So I remember that we were coming in, we were walking into her house, and she has a Ring camera. Okay, when you have a Ring camera, you don't think about it unless you're like
Well, you do
inside or
his
you're
'cause
far,
it
you know,
tells
you're
you.
out of town, and it like gives you a notification, right? So we didn't think anything about it. So we're like walking, and there's a screen door, and we can see our reflection, and she goes, oh, "Look at us," and I said, "Ooh," and I was standing up, and I went, "Ooh, look at my legs, I look skinny," and she goes, "The camera." And we were like, "Oh my God." And it was just so funny because
Whose
we
was
were
it?
seriously so into it. Who's what?
Whose
Ring
camera?
Kendra's.
Oh.
So we pulled it up and watched it, and it was so funny.
That's hysterical.
Okay, that's one. Now, it's really only hilarious if you watch the video. Obviously,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to laugh at me telling you the story. It's so funny. So then there was one day that we had gotten a pizza, and we were going down the street, and she had put the box of pizza on like the dash.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if she just set it there and she forgot to move it back down. Like maybe she got in the car and she set it up there, and we're driving and it falls. And the pizza box opens and the pizza falls on the mat. We've had this
Oh,
pizza in
man.
the car for like 4 minutes. Okay, now what are we
I'd
going
be
to eat?
mad.
We don't even have pizza. So I'm laughing, and I pull my phone out and I start to take a Snapchat, and I'm like, oh my God, we've had this pizza for 4 minutes and it already fell. Like, now what are we going to eat? She puts the window down in the car and she starts chucking the pizza out
What?
the window. And I said, what
Did
are
it
you
land
doing?
like upside down or right side up?
No, it was upside down. Like the pizza's dirty. So she starts chucking it out the window. And I'm like, what are you doing? And we're in a neighborhood. And I'm like, look at their yard. It's like so nice. And she's
Covered
like,
in pepperoni.
hurry up, go. And I'm like, get it. And she's like, I'm not getting the pizza. And I said, my phone, take a video. And we're dying. So she literally chucked it all out the window.
There
Kept
were
the
some
box.
happy strays that day.
Yeah.
We went back to where I think it was Pizza Hut, and we were like dying laughing. Like the guy had come out, because I think you pull up and they bring your pizza out or whatever. And he comes out and he's just like looking, and he was already kind of awkward, and we're laughing, and I mean we just can't even talk. And I was like, so we kind of dropped our pizza. Could we get another one?
Did he?
And he's
Hopefully
like-
he gave you one.
He did. He was
Okay.
like,
If you don't believe me, go look at the neighborhood down the road. It's everywhere
Look
out
at the
there.
floor mat.
Like, why would she do that? I don't know. It was just like instinct. Like, she's just chucking. I'm like, what are you doing? That's the funniest thing ever.
So if any of our viewers are watching and you've had pizza in your yard, she did it.
It was Kendra. For sure, it was Kendra.
That's hysterical.
But, like, that's just so funny. Like, why would we do that? Why would she do that? I don't know. Who would put the pizza on the dash and then lose the whole pizza and dump it?
What about
Kendra.
you have any with Lacey or anything? Like when y'all was younger? Or your friends from Texas?
I have one, and okay. I will say this now because she's lost a ton of weight. This is a fat story of when she was bigger.
That story.
Of when she was bigger.
Dang, Lacey, she's throwing it out there.
This was when she was having a lot of like thyroid problems and everything. So she was really big. So it was the summertime, and I came to stay with her for a couple weeks, and we called each other TBFs, tan best friend.
Oh my God.
That's cute.
And we were really obsessed with tanning. So we're like, oh, it's free tan week at the tanning salon.
Oh my
so
God.
let's go tan. And
I remember that. And I have a funny story about this here.
they had the newest sunboard. We're like, oh, let's try that. And then so you got to sign a consent or whatever. And Lacey went to go sign hers. And they told her, they said, ma'am, you cannot do the sunboard. There's a weight limit of 250 pounds.
No way.
Yeah.
What
and
Lacey's?
I mean, it was not funny at the time. It's funny now because she's lost all that weight. But I was
Dude,
like,
I would be so upset.
yes.
Honestly, it would be really embarrassing.
And you know what's even worse?
It was not nice for her to just like come out and say it like that.
Most
you know what
tanning
I mean?
places, no offense to anybody that works in the
But it's like
salon,
really
they're
like
just like those stuck up people.
yeah,
They're like,
and you could tell that
"You
person
get
at the
that
counter
number
was
5.
yeah.
Like I can just see that person being like, I'm sorry, unfortunately, you don't meet the weight limit.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to, especially someone that's going to talk to me like that.
But
I don't want to
it's
hear.
like
I don't want to hear
now now that I look back on it, it's kind of funny, but it was not funny at the time.
She probably saved her life because if she would have fell through that and got in them bulbs.
I love you, Lacey. Though you look good,
imagine.
girl.
So
That's
free
crazy.
free tan week or free tan day. Me and my buddy Dustin, not my cousin, Dustin Mustred, if you're listening, shout out. He like we see this thing and we're not
Your
tan.
cousin Dustin?
No.
Oh,
He
We're-
just said,
Not my cousin.
I wasn't paying attention.
What's new? So we drive past and see this like free tan in the window, and I'm like, "Yo, let's go tan." He's like, "Oh, we don't even have tanning lotion." So I was like, "Well, let's run to Walmart real quick."
sometimes they have samples.
So we went to Walmart. Wow, we didn't.
Why do
We
you
go
have
in
to
and
have tanning
try.
We've
lotion?
never stepped
You don't have
foot.
to, but it helps.
If I had
It
tanning
keeps you from
lotion,
drying
I'd
out.
look like a tomato.
So we've never been tanning before ever.
Well, it'll accelerate your tan.
Yeah, see, I don't need that.
But it
I'd-
also
I'd
helps it like
burn.
soak in.
Yeah.
You would
No.
burn whether you had lotion on or not.
Exactly.
You
So-
would need to put sunscreen on before you got in.
So
For real.
so we go to Walmart. We get our tanning lotion. We're two guys that are the last people you would probably see inside of a tanning salon.
With your frosted tips.
With my frosted tips. Okay. So we go in and she's like, hey, I was like, hey, I heard it's free tan week or whatever. And she's like, yeah, just sign up, yada, yada, yada. So then she's like, how many minutes do you want to do? I was like, I'll just go the full time. It's fine.
Oof. Mistake
So
number one.
Which bed? Did you
I've
get
done
in
that.
like
I
the
think it was like the
bed,
basic.
Or were you in like the...
no, I think it was basic.
They have different level.
And this was where
How old were you?
I was like a freshman in college.
Oh,
And so I went in full time.
Which is probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was
right?
20 minutes.
did you
Lathered
flip?
up.
Did you turn over?
No,
Oh,
I did not.
There's
Oh,
bulbs on both sides.
Yeah.
yeah, but if you don't,
But your
turn
butt
over,
is
that
closer
butt-
to
butt's
that bottom
down.
bowl.
Yeah, that's true. I would always put my knees up some so I could get my little folds down there.
No, but if you don't
Ah.
flip,
Yeah.
if your
'Cause
butt's
you're
gonna
laying
burn,
on that
you're
part.
laying
It's
on
true.
it.
It's true. Yeah, it would get your back worse.
Well, I'm laying there, and all of a sudden I start feeling like a zap, like
What?
Oh
like
gosh,
on
I
my
already
butt,
know.
on my butt or
No
something.
way.
I guess the one. So after I tell a story to other people, they're like, "Oh, you use Tingler lotion."
Yeah.
So there was like a Tingler in the tanning lotion. I don't know what the Tingler does, but I was so burnt. I had to buy burn gel for my butt. I worked at Wendy's at the time. I was like sitting in the freezer.
Oh no.
It was awful. We were so tore up from
I
this
can't do a tingler. I don't like it.
What
you
does
have
it
to
even
build
do?
up.
I don't know, like brings your blood vessels to the surface or something.
It literally feels like you're on fire.
It
like
feels like you're
That's
getting
awful.
shocked.
Some people like it. I do not.
Oh, it was
People who like pain.
awful.
That's awful.
It was terrible. So has any of you all ever had roommates?
No, thank God.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the next question was about a roommate. If there's any funny roommate
Sorry.
stories.
I
I
haven't.
lived
I
with
have
my parents
one.
until,
So I didn't have many roommates. I lived with a guy named Tim. I will never forget him because one time he greeted this guy with a crossbow at the door. So this was back at Western Place where like 4 people could rent, but you all have like a bedroom and a bathroom.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you shared the living room
Right,
and
right.
kitchen. So Tim, he was like practicing taxidermy, okay? Which was really strange. And like no one cooked. It was like 4 college guys. It was
Hold on, that's a class in college?
what? Taxidermy? No, he was just practicing it for
Oh,
fun.
maybe it was just a hobby.
For fun.
Yeah, it was just a hobby on the side. So,
Maybe that was how he was trying to make his money for college.
and we never like cooked or anything. So, because we had a microwave in the like our bedroom.
Hot
Just like
Pocket.
instant
Yeah, like
macaroni.
ramen noodles and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, one day we're like, and we all had like a mini fridge, but we bought extra stuff. So we went to go put some stuff in the freezer, and there was an albino white squirrel in there, froze, just like,
What?
I swear to God.
Or its eyes open or closed.
Hey, bro. What is this?
I don't know.
That's what I would say.
I was
What is
like,
this?
planning on
I
having
went to Tim's
squirrel
room and I
soup
was
later?
like, Tim, is this your squirrel? Then I was like holding it up. Yeah, he was practicing taxidermy. His name was
So
Tim.
he wasn't going to
Dude,
eat
get
it?
your own
Tim
freezer.
and Devin.
Get your
I've
own
never
freezer.
had
Dead
squirrel
animals
soup,
in the freezer.
but I hear it's good.
Squirrel is really
Yeah,
good.
it's really good with some mustard on it.
Ooh,
I don't like mustards.
I've never had squirrel.
I don't know about mustard.
I never
like
had
squirrel
turtle.
and mustard. It's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Squirrel.
You got to be careful when you eat squirrel, though, because I ate squirrel one time and I bit down and the squirrel bones are so little it broke a tooth of mine off.
No way.
Yeah.
You eat it off the bone?
Yeah.
Like a chicken?
One
leg?
time she was sucking on a squirrel spine when she was younger.
Yeah. Squirrel's really good.
Okay, you got to be careful
sounds
with
gross.
fish too. I mean, I've taken care
Yeah.
of patients where they've had to come in to have like fish bones surgically removed because they're like small and they're like
That's
in your
how squirrels
esophagus and they
are.
like
Yeah.
pierce and you can like get a hole,
Yeah, you have to be very careful.
Really?
perforate your esophagus. Yeah,
So how do you get that out?
they had to go in and surgically remove it. I mean, I'm sure you can go in with an endoscopy tube or something.
I don't know what that is.
Like a
tube
camera.
down
Oh,
your
oh.
throat.
Kind of like colonoscopy going up your
Yeah,
butt.
but you're going up.
But
you know,
endoscopy.
Endoscopies.
Endo.
other end.
Yeah.
I might have to
Do they
have both
ever
of those
use the
things
same
done.
tube on?
I would
I
hope
don't
not.
think so.
Oh my gosh.
That seems kind of like a germ risk there.
Can you imagine? Sir, you're here for your colonoscopy
All
and
right,
your
well, I hope they
endoscopy or whatever it's
They
called.
go
Well,
in
I
here
hope
first.
they do, yeah,
Endoscopy.
an endoscopy first and then a colonoscopy next.
That's what I would ask. I'm like, can we do my mouth first?
Yeah, it's already got saliva on it.
I'm sure they would still apply some lube.
So she recently just bought this book, The 5 Love Languages. Do y'all know about that? Like a love
I know what
language?
they are, yeah.
I think so.
So
I know what they are. I just haven't read it yet.
what do you think that your love language is?
Um,
Or what do you
What are the 5?
So,
are
okay,
the options?
let me
There's
just ask you this. What do you think her love language is? Like, just in general.
I forget exactly how they're worded, but hers is definitely physical touch and words of affirmation.
Do you,
I would say I agree. I would say yours are words of affirmation, and I wouldn't necessarily say physical touch.
No, mine would probably be like acts of service. Is
Yeah.
that it? Is that how you word
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, she's definitely you've definitely gotten more lovey-dovey being physical touch. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
feel like you used to be,
No.
or she's
I've
not
went
with like
through
other
waves
people
in my life. Like,
Like,
sometimes I'm like,
no.
don't touch
It's a negative ghostwriter.
Like, you're in my bubble. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to hug everybody. I don't know.
I want to hug everyone all the time.
No,
I do.
Honestly, she'll talk about how like I love shaking hands at work. Like, you
I
know, you just
do.
got a good. And I was like,
Belinda does have a good handshake.
honestly though, me as a nurse, I don't want to touch your hands because people do not wash their hands.
Bingo.
That
That's
is
gross.
the number one way of preventing infection. I'm gonna look
Words of wisdom.
right in your eyes. Wash your hands, people.
Well, I like shaking
I
hands.
can't get anything else out on
See,
this
I'm like her. I'd
podcast.
rather just not touch anybody. Like,
I like
wash your
shaking hands
hands.
because I feel like it's
I'm going to dab them up.
I don't know. I feel like it's very professional and just what's the word?
It's
Like it shows
it
like
sets a handshake. One can show your dominance. It just shows
Yes.
you're empowered. Like, I'm in charge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when I was taking my psychology degree, like one of my last classes was like, I don't even remember what the name of it was, but she legit, like one of her classes was learning how to do like a firm, solid,
I hate when
like,
I go to shake a
handshake.
man's hand though, and I do it firm, and he does it ever so lightly because I'm a
Yes.
woman, and it's like, excuse
well, that's
me.
why I like to shake hands, especially at work, because I feel like in my workplace it's very man dominance, and so
Yeah.
I like to show my dominance. And I don't know, I like to shake hands, but I have had a lot of people say, "Oh, you gotta," a lot of guys say, "Oh, you got a really hard handshake," and I'm like, well, I mean,
That's good, though.
I'm sorry, guys out there. I'm not trying to offend you. Maybe I am, but y'all don't wash your hands. Especially men. They're like, oh, I didn't even have to touch anything. I just peed.
Exactly. That's what I was
for
about to
real.
say.
I'm like-
that's what I was about to say.
You're touching the handles.
Exactly.
Things fly.
thanks, Fly.
Yeah.
took
particles.
microbiology.
Pee particles.
A lot
It's
of people,
true.
when they go pee, they don't wash their hands.
They say it's even bad to keep your toothbrush on your sink when you're using, like,
Yeah.
if a man uses
his
the bathroom.
particles can fly. Or like when you flush it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I didn't think about
I watched Mythbusters one
I
time,
don't-
and it showed it.
ever since this TikTok, like the guy who like does all the petri dishes and like shows you different things that you don't realize you're touching, this, that, and the other. So like the automated hand dryers, like in the bathroom, whether it's like on the wall
Oh yeah,
or like
she will not
this.
use those.
Oh man,
She'll be
those
like-
petri dishes.
I'm not using it.
Literally,
Even if it's automated?
yeah,
No,
like
all of
literally
those, yeah.
all of them. Unless I have a paper towel, I'm shaking my hands like this.
Apparently, it's
Because
really germy.
he would just do this with it. There's no germs. Literally nothing grew. If he puts it in any of those automatic hand dryers, because
Really?
it picks up air like from the bathroom.
that
And
makes
then when
sense.
people
That's
flush, all those particles just like in the air. That's why they say it's best to put your toilet seat down, like the lid down, and then flush. Obviously, I don't think about that at home.
I don't think anyone does
Sometimes
that.
in public, they don't have.
Yeah,
lids.
most of them don't have the lids.
Sometimes our kids don't even flush, so you don't have to
Well,
worry about it then.
sometimes-
They're
So
not
if
even
it's-
flinging
Well,
particles
one of our
around.
kids right now doesn't even wipe. So
Yeah, I mean, sometimes though, if
That's
it's yellow,
rough.
you can let it mellow. Is that how it goes?
that's not our oldest child. That's our middle child. Let me just specify.
Eli said, I do sometimes.
Sometimes.
He's got skids.
Quick
on his
story.
underwear.
I went to this has happened several times. I go to the bathroom and there's a log in the toilet. And I'm like, which one of y'all has taken a crap in the toilet?
Didn't wipe, didn't flush.
And I'm like, and
There's no toilet paper.
And I'm
And
like,
didn't wash your hands.
where's the toilet paper at? Did you stick
No
it in your pocket or
way.
something? And I know it ain't Cadence because first of all, I know when Cadence takes a crap, it's big. And this was a little bitty log, and Eli's looking over here,
Little rabbit
guilty.
turd.
And he's like, "I did too, wipe." And I'm like, "Well, where's that? Did it freaking dissolve?"
She throw it away.
Like, come to find out, he was lying. He didn't wipe. He's like, "Well, I wipe sometimes." Like,
That's so gross.
do you not feel the need to wipe? Like, I don't
Do you not
understand.
feel
Have we
that?
not taught you better than this?
Like, do you not feel that? Like, you need to.
I think he's just in a
Why?
rush because he's so obsessed with his tablet or Fortnite or whatever.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like,
Oh, no.
let me hurry up and go poop. Oh, I gotta get done. You know,
Literally,
He needs a switch.
anytime I would ever take
he
my
has a
siblings
switch,
to
he
the
can just take it in there
bathroom,
with him.
like they walk out and I'm like, "Do you wash your hands? You better turn back around."
he don't flush. He don't wipe. He don't
Hey,
wash
I
his
did that
hands,
before I
nothing.
was a nurse. I would say I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, not like huge,
Right.
But like, I don't want to touch your hands.
Well, like if like we're out in public, I'll wash my hands like at Walmart, and I'll grab a paper towel because I don't like touching the door.
I don't
Yeah,
want to touch
and
the
grab the
handles.
door handle
Because you know, there's people that's
because I'm like,
walking
it's
out,
pointless to
not-
even wash my hands then.
I really love the new thing is where they have like this extra piece on it where you can like grab
Yeah.
it with your arm or the
Or
foot.
the foot
Oh,
thing.
yeah. We
Yeah.
have the foot thing at work.
yeah.
We were at the beach, and we went to Walmart, and I don't like getting a cart, but we needed a cart because we were getting food for like the next couple days we were going to be staying there.
Oh,
and
I wasn't with you.
I was pushing this cart around for a while. Like I didn't think anything about it. I didn't think to wipe it down. Normally I do, but I don't know if I just didn't like see the wipes or whatever. But I'm pushing this cart, and I'm like, I don't know, looking at the aisles, and I'm like, I felt something, and I look at my hand, and I swear to God, there was poop on my hand. It was poop. There's no way it wasn't poop.
See,
no,
Walmart has got the
They're
nastiest
trifling.
bathrooms.
Walmart is trifling.
The nastiest. Let me tell you this story. One time,
And it smells like butt every time you go
Hold
in
on,
there.
real quick.
Yeah.
So we happened to be in the aisle where like all the paper plates and napkins were. By God, I took those napkins, I ripped it open, and I'm like, ah. And I bought the napkins. I'm like, I don't care. We'll buy these napkins. That's disgusting. Yeah, Kendra had hand sanitizer.
Did it stink?
I was too afraid to smell it.
Oh, well, what if it was like Nutella?
She was just
That's what I'm saying.
dying.
It was
no,
chocolate.
it was for sure poop. There's no way it wasn't poop. I know it was poop.
Well, I said, hopefully it was baby poop.
I don't care. It's
I mean,
poop
I feel
is
like
poop.
that's like a little better though.
So what
Yeah.
now? Walmart bathrooms?
Walmart bathrooms. I kid you not. I went in there to poop, okay? You ever been in a bathroom and you're like, dang, it really stinks in here.
Like
Who's
bad.
taking a dump? So you do this number, like, trying to see if anybody else is in the stall. So when I did this, I see something behind me. A whole pair of underwear covered in poop.
Oh my God. Like grown men?
Yes.
Like, why couldn't they have thrown those away?
Speaking,
Yeah.
okay.
Take it off. Like if you pooped on yourself, cool, so be it. One, you're
Cool, so
disgusting.
be it.
You need to grow up, okay?
Some people have stomach issues. Okay?
I know.
There's IBS.
I know, Nurse Kalley.
Crohn's,
I know.
Silicone,
Hold on.
Listen.
Yelly,
Did
these
the
people
underwear have
alone.
any patterns or controllers or
Yeah,
anything?
patterns of poop all over them.
Listen, I have to tell you this story because it just made me think of it. So you know who KP is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I used to work for her at a Subway. It's actually a Subway on the bypass. So it has a bathroom. We had to clean the bathroom. Obviously, we were responsible for it. And she would always clean the bathroom. Like, she was an OG manager. She's like, you just clean the line, I'll clean the bathroom. And I'm like, great. Like, I don't want to clean the bathroom. So it was just a one bathroom, like unisex bathroom. And she went in there and, actually, no. We were behind the line cleaning. We were about to close. And there was a guy that had come in to go to the bathroom.
Oh, gosh.
And we're standing behind the line and like we're about to close. And she's like, I'm going to lock the doors because she always closed early. She's like, I'm going to go ahead and lock the door. And I was like, I think that guy's like, I think he's still in here. And she was like, oh, okay. So we're just, cleaning. And I'm like,
Blowout.
do you smell that? She's like, oh my God. I was like, bro, that stinks. Like, that's bad. So this man darts out of the restaurant.
Yeah, because he knows.
He knows.
Like, I know they smell
Okay,
it.
so
Yeah, it's the
opening
only
that door
bathroom in there.
and then it closing, it was like a stench.
You got to whip.
Like, I'm talking severe poop, like bad. And so I was like, dude, that's bad. I'm like, you said you were going to clean the bathrooms. So she goes in there and she's like, Belinda, come here. And I'm like, what? Is it just like, I smell it. She's like, and she's like got her jacket over her mouth. Like,
Oh, no.
she's like trying not to throw up. And I don't gag easily. I really don't. I'm like, dude, it stinks. So I go over there and I look and I start gagging. And I was like, oh my God. This man has left his underwear on the sink with blood. There was blood.
Oh, no
all
one.
over his underwear, all
You know
over
where
his
he ran?
sink,
He got some hemorrhoids.
all over the
He
toilet,
went to
all
get some
over the
preparation
floor.
H.
Literally,
over to the
his
medical
whole
center.
ass underwear just sitting on the sink, blood and
Hold on.
poop everywhere,
Oh.
everywhere. And literally, she called the owner, and she was like, "I'm not cleaning it. I am not cleaning that. That there's got to be infection or
Yeah,
something. Like, I'm
right,
not cleaning that
right.
because we don't have gloves.
Right,
You know,
right.
like you clean a bathroom. I mean, yeah, you know, you may put the little plastic gloves on, but like we didn't have I'm talking I would need shoulder gloves up to
Yeah,
here.
like I mean, what
I'm
if
not cleaning
what
that.
honestly, what if that person had
Give me
HIV
one of those
or
bee
something and
suits.
you had a cut on your finger?
And
I mean, you don't
obviously
know.
he had something going on,
Yeah.
you know?
Clearly.
So she called him and he was like, you better clean it. You better clean it. And she got off the phone and she was like, I'm not cleaning that. I said, hey.
She didn't clean it?
I said,
Leave it for the morning crew.
I said, no, for real. I said, hey, you're in charge. You said we ain't cleaning it. We ain't cleaning it. We didn't clean it. We left it.
Oh,
I didn't feel bad at all.
my God.
I left it. I'm not
That's
touching that.
DSP right there.
Were those the Indians
Day
who
shift
own that
problem.
No.
one? DSP.
Day shift problem.
For real.
That's what they say at the hospital.
Oh, man, he
Nights
was
were
so
like,
mad.
That's a DSP.
Because he actually managed it, and so he was opening the next day, and he came into that. He was. So
I would say
pissed.
if I don't have any PPE, I ain't cleaning it up.
Really.
For real.
I need a face shield
Yes.
and some a gown and some gloves.
It was
and some
bad.
I need
booties.
surgical gloves for this.
It was bad, and I was like, that poor man. Like he darted out of here because he was really having a
He
hard
was
time.
struggling.
I mean, I know.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why you couldn't just into the trash can.
Why wouldn't you just leave your underwear on? If you're having that bad of an issue, you probably need to keep them on.
Just stay in the car. Like, God.
I just don't know how.
Maybe
genuinely,
he thought he could make it.
I don't know.
And then he went to go pull it down. He crapped on himself. And then when he went to go take them off, maybe he fell and it went everywhere.
How do you
I mean,
get
I don't
blood
know.
all over? Like it was literally everywhere.
I
Like
don't
it looked
know,
like a
but-
murder scene for real.
When I worked,
Like I'm like, how does this even happen?
My first job was Applebee's, and I was like the host, and so as part of the host, I would clean the windows, clean the bathroom. Everybody would always compliment because they knew what nights I worked because the bathroom would be the cleanest.
Right.
And I remember one day being so mad because you got to have a trash can or the thing for female products.
Right,
when you're in
right.
the bathroom. And I legit got to leave work on the clock and run over to Big Lots to get a trash can because I was like, I'm tired of picking up pads off the floor.
They didn't have sanitary bins like in the stalls.
I don't remember if that one had gotten gross and it got thrown away and it just didn't get replaced, or if it was small so it was
And
full.
it's stuck to the floor. You got to pick it up.
Yeah. So I said, yo, I'm going to go to the store and then you can pay me back. I'm going to go get a larger, nice trash can with a little step.
If the
thingy
health
on it.
department came in, that would be a huge violation.
Yeah.
You have to have something.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, they're not going to
I'm
want you to flush it
thinking it
down the
was
toilet.
full. It was really small something, and I went and got a larger one.
Right.
Because it
A
was
lot of
the
places
big
have
stall.
both. They have that in the trash can. Because
All I'm telling you is I said, I'm not picking up these pads no more.
No.
I don't care if I got gloves on or what.
Yeah, that's nasty.
I'm going to go get the trash can.
Yeah, larger trash can, or you can pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Last question before we end it. What is that one thing that Kalley does, or what is that one thing that Belinda does that just
irks your nerves.
Yeah, that just irks your nerves. You just want to slap them, but you love them.
I feel like it's really hard.
Well,
To pick one,
there's so many.
There's so much.
originally, before we lived together, she would leave a trail of clothes on the floor when she would get changed
Because
after
I lived
work,
by myself. So,
to,
I'll get it later.
take a shower after work, get dressed the next morning for work, whatever. And her shoes, literally be in front of the toilet. She would take her shoes.
I
and
just
all of
couldn't
her
wait to
clothes
get out
off.
of my clothes.
And so
Hansel and Gretel.
sometimes, I'd be staying the night, and it's in the middle of the night. And I have
Trip over
contacts,
it.
so if I didn't put my glasses on and it's dark, I would I've legit almost lost my life tripping on her shoes before. Obviously
her
now
life.
it doesn't bother me as much. Sometimes I'll either just kick it to the side or I'll just pick it up for her.
I really don't know. I can't really think of
But
anything.
that was my one thing that I was like, you got to at least leave me a path, okay? I'm blind and it's dark.
what about you? With me,
I have my answer. You say yours.
it's hard for me to choose. There's so many things.
Yeah, it's about double for me for you. So
The one thing that I just can't stand is she picks up stuff before you're done with it. If you're eating supper and you got to
you're
pee.
going to the extreme here.
No. And you got to pee because you threw my salad away today. It's gone.
Yeah.
It was in the fridge where it belongs.
It was crinkling up and turning color.
I just got it yesterday.
Well, it was bad.
If I eat my supper and it's on the table or bar or whatever, I go pee, I come back, it's gone. Bottle of water. I set it on the counter. It's gone.
If it has that much
look
in
how
it,
much is in there.
I'm going to toss it.
Okay.
I throw
Actually,
it away.
I'm going to call her out for that. Last night, she was drinking tea. Literally, it was like that much tea. And at this point, it was already watered down from the ice. So I picked up our glasses when I was cleaning up the rest of the stuff. And she was like, I wasn't done with my tea.
I know. She does the same thing.
She's like, it was watered down. I was like,
my Celsius that
wasn't
has a little
done.
bit in
And
it.
I was like, there was that much. I
That's
wasn't
what I
done
tell
with
him.
it.
I'm like, there was a drop in there.
Okay.
She got tore up. And I said,
but like, I wasn't.
I love
finished.
watered down tea.
Okay,
Because
whatever.
Yeah,
sometimes
sometimes it's too
especially
sweet.
my like Chick-fil-A diet lemonade, I don't like it at first. I like for the ice to melt and kind of water it
I
down.
agree with that.
And
Well,
I really love it.
my
Okay,
point
well,
to
I'm going to go
her-
from OCD cleaner to full-blown hoarder then and see how you like it.
I'm just saying,
Like, let me finish first. Like, I want to be able to finish.
let
it
me
without
take
you
my
throwing
last
it away.
sip before you take my
Well,
cup.
what's funny is I walked right beside her while she was washing the dishes to pour the ice out before I threw the cups away. She could have been like,
I didn't notice.
hey, I'm not done with that yet.
I was busy washing the dishes.
Well, maybe you should learn how to put your cup in the sink and not set it on the sink, on the counter right beside the sink. Then I
think it
wouldn't have
looks
to pick
great
up.
I
there.
do that with coffee mugs because I don't want them to get like broke or something down in the sink.
I think really the only thing I can think of is just like your containers when you bring them home from work from like the lunch you've ate. If you
I
don't
haven't rinsed, like sometimes
spray
I
them
don't
out,
always
rinse them out because they get just really gross. And I'm like, ugh, now I'm going to have to scrub it. Or if it's like something that's like red or orange, like a soup or
stain.
something, it stains it.
So,
It's awful.
fun fact, toilet bowl cleaner will
Really?
take it off. That's what we use on
Leighton
Leighton's
eats
high
spaghetti
chair.
and beefaroni and all that, and it'll
And you know how
stain
that
her
stuff
high chair
stains
tray
white?
Oh,
orange.
yeah.
Yes, it'll stain it.
Toilet
well,
bowl
in the
cleaner
type
with
of containers
bleach.
I have, they really don't stain.
Not super bad.
Well, if you ever stain a dish, toilet bowl
they
cleaner.
get little cracks in them from where you put them in
Yeah.
the microwave. That's
I
what's
really
the
like
problem
the
with those.
Power Wash Dawn spray.
Oh, yeah, like in the thing.
Yeah.
She's
It's really
obsessed.
nice. I use it a lot.
What is the thing I do?
I got two.
You can only have one.
Okay,
Pick the
so
worst one.
let's meet in the middle between the two then.
1.5.
One of that.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say two because this is my show too. Yeah. Number one, you don't pick up after yourself. I hate it.
I don't pick up after myself right then.
No,
That's
you don't
how
pick up.
she is.
I will come
No,
to
like,
it.
Give me a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
let
gonna
me-
get it.
Like
You don't pick up after yourself at all. You put your dirty clothes, you don't put them in the hamper. He puts them in a decorative basket in our bathroom.
Because I'm naked and I don't want to walk through the house. So here, this
No,
is,
your hamper in
let me
your
finish.
this goes
yeah, I was
on.
gonna say in your bathroom, in your bedroom, like connected.
Yeah.
The laundry room has got the hamper. When he's done, he don't even do that. When he's done,
Because they're already gone.
he'll brush his teeth.
She don't give you the chance.
No,
He'll brush his teeth. He sets it on the counter. Put it in the toothbrush drawer.
because I'm going to use it tomorrow.
Rinse your hair out of the sink when you get done.
Yeah,
I did do
do
that.
that.
Today. I did do that.
Do that for
Oh,
sure.
that's only because they were coming over because they were going to look at the house. I know you.
Called out.
Quit using candles. Light new
You're on
candles
like 4 or 5.
every day.
I'm calling it quits.
Okay, pretty much you're messy. Clean up after yourself. Number two. Number two.
You're done.
This has to do with being messy. Instead of me saying, honey, pick that up, or honey, can you put that in the trash, or honey, do this.
Just put it where it
just
goes
take
in the
initiative.
first place.
Take initiative.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's how I am sometimes when she just leaves random things. She's like, I'm going to pick it up later. And I'm like, it doesn't take as much effort
all about
to just
picking
go
it
ahead
up
and put
later.
it where it goes right
Yeah.
now, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Because then
But
I
like
have
in
to
that
do
moment,
it.
I'm not worried about picking it up. I'll
but
get
then,
it in a minute.
But then later, like for instance, she goes to work, gets home, and then she's like totally
gives
stressed
me
out of
something
her
to do.
mind that the house will look like.
I used to get really, really tore up if things weren't done before I would go to work or like before I went to sleep. But sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I'll just be like, oh, I'll get it later. And then it gives me something to do when I get
The
home.
house
but
has
I
got
always
to be
pick it up.
clean for me before I go to bed.
100%.
If
She's a
not,
little over
it
dramatic
stresses
though.
me out.
No,
I
me
do pick
too.
some stuff up. So she
I'll fold
said,
the blankets and stuff. She
That's how I
wouldn't.
am.
I'll tell
I
you
do.
what. Well, if it's the same blanket I'm
I
going to
don't
use
care.
tomorrow, I'm
Fold
not worried
it.
about
You're not
it.
using it right now,
That's
so
how I am.
fold it.
Fold the blanket. Fix
Maybe
the pillows.
that's something that
I'm
gets
not
on
worried
my
about the
nerves.
blanket.
Not folding the blanket.
All right. Well, I'm not worried about
I
the
thought of
blanket.
something else.
No, I
It's just one. It's just one.
No. The other thing is when you just throw your pajamas on
Do you want
the
me to
bed.
push the button, Kalley?
Oh,
I'll push
I
it.
don't fold my
Because
pajamas.
when the bed is made and you just throw your pajamas on the bed and they're not folded, it looks messy. You're ruining the aesthetic of the bed.
make the bed every blue moon, but she wants me to fold my pajamas
Why wouldn't you
every
fold them?
day.
Or
I'm
just
getting ready
don't
for
put
work.
them on the bed.
It's 5:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready for work. I don't care if my
I'll
pajamas
put them in
are
the
folded.
closet. I put them in the closet. It's not necessary to
Honestly,
leave them on
yes,
the bed.
I have started putting mine on the shelf in the closet.
Thank God.
When my bed
Thank
is
God.
made or the guest room, no one better touch that bed.
Honestly,
Swear.
what's
Oh,
funny
she's
to
so
me?
mad.
Don't sit on it. Eli
Swear.
has gotten ready to get on. I said,
Yeah,
I said, get on that bed again.
no
You're
wrinkles
grounded.
in the bed.
Don't touch my pillows. Don't
grounded.
mess them
Well,
up.
what's
Gracie
funny
does
about
that. She
her
messes it up.
is she likes to have like 515 pillows and blankets in the bed.
Yep.
So the
And I chop my pillows a certain way, so don't mess up my
no,
chop.
doing
No,
that.
I'm talking about when we're sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So the bed looks like a tornado came through
Oh yeah.
every day
comfortable
when we go
tornado.
from work.
Very
when
comfortable.
we
A
leave for work
F1
and when we come
comfortable.
home, it looks like a tornado. So why is my simple shorts and t-shirt that's not folded at the bottom in this tornado mess bother her that
It's
bad?
not a part of the bed.
Hey, at least
It's
you
not
don't
a
wake up
blanket,
to
it's not a pillow.
makes
Get it on.
tissues right
sense.
beside your face.
Wait,
Like
what is
her.
it?
Tissues. Wake up beside my face. It's disgusting.
I gotta blow my nose in the middle.
Where do you put it at, you know?
I'll throw
all inside the bed.
I'm going to use this in a minute.
Or he'll be over here, and I'm like,
Since she's been sick, she's done that, and I wake up and I find it like, and I'm
or I sit around beside me, and he's like, "There's just right here." Well, get on your side of the
I
bed.
don't want
then.
your
We
snot in my
sleep in a
face.
king size bed.
Right?
Guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. And, well, or it could be today for you. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks, Kalley and Belinda, for coming on the show. I love you guys. I almost called you Bree. Belinda. Bree was here last time. But
B.
B.
It's all right.
But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a big old thumbs up. And as always, tap the bell icon. That way you know every single time we post a podcast or new videos. So
Wait.
anything
and wash
else?
your hands,
Didn't do it
folks. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands and wipe your butts. We'll see you next time.
Let's kick that cocoa. Are we done for real?
Why do you have to pee?
No, these hurt my ears so bad.
I feel like I can't.